And hello and welcome back, everybody. Before we
Hi.
get started with introductions and everything, I have a quick apology to make. I apologize that last week's review was not put up in time. It was supposed to go up Monday, but I spent multiple hours at the DMV trying to help someone else get their license, and I was their ride. And as you can imagine, after 6 hours stuck at the DMV for something that wasn't even mine, I was just like not in any mood to do anything when I got home. I just hated existence, as it were. And yeah, so I didn't get to doing it. It will get put up before you see this one, but I do want to apologize for the lateness of it. And this one will go up at the appropriate time that it's supposed to. That being said, welcome to season 4 of Haikyuu.
Woo!
I'm Richie Roberts. I'm here with Moonlight Sparks,
Hi.
who it is. Dude, this is probably my eighth journey around the Haikyuu circuit. I love watching this series and rewatching it. It's so good. But it
Yep.
is Moon's first time, and that's what we're here for. We're here to get Moon's opinions. So the first 12 episodes, or basically the first half of this season, is what was watched today. And if you want to come and check them out live, Moon, where can they find it?
You can follow us on Twitch, PhatDogStudios, twitch.tv/PhatDogStudios.
Fat underscore dog underscore studios. But yeah.
My bad. Forgot about that
No,
one.
no, no. You're good.
But
You're good.
yeah. Be sure to check us out. I try to interact with people as much as I can, but
Mm-hmm.
when only one person's talking, thank you, Richie, it makes
Mm.
it kind of difficult. But I
Also,
try to give a bit of commentary, but most of the time I'm just kind of enjoying the ride and reading subtitles.
it's a good ride. It's a good ride to enjoy. Like
It's
it's
a
a pretty
really good
fun.
ride.
It's a really fun ride to enjoy. But yeah. Also, the link is in the description. If you just want to click on the link, just check the description. You'll find our Twitch channel. Guys, you don't have to pay for a Twitch account, or if you
Yeah.
just want to come in and lurk, you're free to do that too.
Even
Uh,
if you're just watching as a guest, don't worry about making a damn account. Just check us out every so often. We do it
yeah.
every Wednesday
At what time?
at 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah. We were like a few minutes late today, but that's because we had to have a meeting about like important fat dog stuff. So,
Yep.
but usually it's 6 p.m. on the dot Eastern time.
Or
Alrighty.
as on the dot as I can make it.
As on the dot as you can make it. Agreed. Agreed. All right. Jumping into it. So you kind of called this one training arc in the first
Yep.
half, and then we get like
Yep.
all the big stuff. But that's you kind of understand that from like season 1 and season 2 and how those were set up.
Yeah, they're very similar. It's
In
they
some
they
ways, yeah.
change it up every time. It's always a
Mm-hmm.
different way, so it does feel fresh. But
Mm-hmm.
it's still like, ah, man. Okay, let's get ready for this event. All right, we're at the event. In the first season, it was fuck, we lost that event. Second season, all right, we're gonna recover after that event. Let's practice. And it's
And then
like,
we go back to
eh,
that event and we make it to the finals of that event. That's the end of season 2.
yeah. And then it's like, all right, guys, we won that event. Let's practice some more.
Yeah, season 3 is the finals. We won that event.
True, true, yeah. Season 3 is the finals of the same event from the end of season 2.
Mm-hmm. All right.
And boy, was that rough. Anyways.
So on to season 4. This one I love how they make this feel fresh. This one was a
Mhm.
bit different. Hinata just busts into a training camp that he wasn't invited to.
Yep. So for a little bit of context, fucking what's their names?
Tsukishima
Kageyama and
Kageyama.
Tsukishima got invited to separate volleyball camps for, like basically high schoolers. Kageyama went to one that was a all Japan, so essentially
Yep.
like what would be a Olympic sports team sort
Yeah.
of training camp deal, and Tsukishima got invited to just a local one for the Miyagi
Prefectural.
Prefecture.
Prefectural. It's more like state.
Uh,
So Hinata just broke into a match he wasn't invited to.
it wasn't even technically a match; it was just a
Oh,
training
yeah.
camp thing.
Training camp. That's what I
Because
meant. Yeah.
yeah, and it was just a specific Miyagi Prefecture thing. Specifically, I think it was also just for one school because it was the same school that
Well,
what's his face?
yes, it's
The
Shooter
big guy.
Torizawa's school where the
Yeah.
event was held, but they are
Mhm.
going to hold this camp at different schools each year.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's like the best from different individual schools, which is why you had people coming in from Alba Josai and Date Tech, and
Yeah.
you had the
I knew it
2 meter
was
guy.
everyone from like all
Yeah,
those
yeah.
people, all those places. But yeah, Hinata just showed up there, and it was like, you're not on the list, and he's like, I showed up though.
What's
That's not
funny
how this
is
works. What do you mean?
what's so funny is like so many of not only the players but several of the coaches were like, yeah, why wasn't he invited?
Yeah, that is a funny thing. But then the freaking old ass coach is sitting
Yeah.
there stuck in his fucking ways. It's like I didn't want to invite him because he's too short and he's not great at everything else. So he's not worth it. And it's like
to be fair,
fuck you mean?
he's not wrong on the second count that
He's not.
he's kind of
But that's why it was very valuable for
mhm.
Hinata to be given the position he was in. He got chewed out a good amount, but old coach there is sitting there like, I don't care that you're here. You can be another ball boy. And he's
I
like,
love that
huh?
Takeda Sensei is the scariest person to chew him out.
Oh, absolutely. The first the coach Ukai gets in and is like, are you stupid? What the hell? And
Like,
then
give me the phone.
you just calmly, Takeda just holds out his hand. He's like, oh no.
Oh no.
You see Ukai just hand him the phone and he's like,
Do you see
Hinata
that
good.
Hinata has like the dead fish eyes and like the perma sweat?
He
It's
tries
so
to do
funny.
the deep bow to say he's sorry. He just smacks his head on the
Smacks
desk.
his head on the desk. I love that. From that moment on, everybody has a very different impression of Takeda at this point. They're like, oh no.
Yes.
They're like, what kind of.
That
what
teacher
kind
must
of-
be really strict. It's like, no, but when
No.
he has to be.
It's
Oh,
actually
man.
the opposite because he's not strict when he actually is. Oh no, hang on.
Mhm.
Okay. I clicked
Oh,
on a
bro.
thing and I realized I was on. I forgot that it's recording what I'm looking at. So everybody just saw my webtoons. Yeah. All right. Cool.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah,
But fuck, where was I?
Hinata's training arc.
Right. So, old ass dude with that really strong school, he's like, okay, I'll let you hang around, but you're just gonna be a ball boy. You're just gonna help pick up balls and stuff, and just do some of the menial labor. You're not getting to practice fucking at all. If I have anything to say about it. So Hinata's like, all right, fine, but I'll still help out because But then Coach Ukai is sitting there. It's like, don't underestimate what it means to be a good ball boy.
Yeah.
And Hinata slowly learns. At first he's frustrated and everything, but then he starts to understand that he can actually watch what others do. And because of that, he starts learning from them.
I love this because instead of it being like his physical growth, it's now his mental growth as a player,
Mhm.
which changes so much his approach to how he does things. So he's not just running around trying to do everything by instinct. Now he's actually thinking about what he does and why he does it, and that's so much more important.
And it's almost immediate when he finally gets back to Karasuno too, because he's able to take everything he's learned. He's even gotten to have some practice because while he wasn't able to join in the big practice stuff, whenever they finished practice and everyone had, individual practices, he was able to help out with that. But even a couple times with that, he's like, I'm still going to do ball boy stuff because I'm learning more like this than I was just trying to spike repeatedly. So he actually learns how to receive better. He actually learns how to like follow the ball better and even how to prep himself for when things happen so he doesn't freeze up as much.
Right. And I also
And
loved
it's
his little
wonderful.
pep talk to the 2 meter guy.
Uh-huh.
He's like, I'm chewing him out. Really? Because it sounds like you're giving him a
Like you're-
pep talk. Is it?
Sounds like you're cheering him up. What? No, this is absolutely cheering him out. No, you're really
Nah,
cheering
no.
him up.
Well,
Oh,
I
it was
loved
so
his
funny.
response. He was like, "You mean you wish that we were here together, right? Like,
Right?
Not
It's like-
me instead of you. It's like the two of us together." And I love. He's like, "Why would you give me this advice?" He's like, "Because I want to face a better version of you." It's kind of the vibe of what he was putting out
I
there.
want to fight
love,
you at your strongest.
Yeah, I love Hinata's.
He's
conclusion.
fucking Goku.
Not wrong.
He's
Not
gonna
wrong.
be stronger.
Yeah. All right, and we also get
Stop
to see.
getting excited.
We also get to see what some of Kageyama has been up to.
Oh yeah, Kageyama's having kind of the time of his life because he's with people who can keep up with him from the jump. But he's able, but people around him are able to keep up with him from the jump, and
Absolutely
so he's
perfect
still
choice
using
of
a lot
word.
of the same. Yeah, he's still using a lot of the same stuff that he learned, to get better, to work with the people around him. But with everyone being like in such top peak performance and everything, everyone having really good, literally all around skills,
Mm-hmm.
it just helps him be better and do better. He can do more.
Except for one
And like,
moment, there was one time where he set to Hinata and no one was there. It was a set. I love it because the coach was like,
because he
"It's
got
a
so
set
used to
just
that quick.
screams." It's a set that just screams. You're already finished with your approach and everything, right? Like,
Mm-hmm. Oh man, and then he's like,
it's so
"Oh
good.
yeah, he's not here. Fuck."
He's like, "Sorry, out of habit." That was. I think that was great because everybody was kind of confused. Habit. Wait, who the fuck?
How is that a habit? What do you mean?
I mean, you gotta have a crazy enough player to follow another crazy enough setter, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Which Hinata does, and he
Yeah.
only gets better with this season.
Mm-hmm.
Um. So, yeah, Kageyama does hear some stuff that does kind of put him off a little bit because one of the other players is just like, "Oh, you're just a little goody two shoes, aren't you?" And he's sitting there like, "What?"
that setter that called him a goody two shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, keep an eye out. He's at the nationals too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they showed a scene with him reacting to something. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't know how the fuck he's a goody two shoes. Kageyama's just doing his best, trying to be nice, talking to people and everything. So sure. But that kind of fucks him up a little bit, and then when he gets back to Kurasuno, he has to relearn, oh yeah, I gotta try to say things better, which he does actually get even better at. He breaks a bit and starts yelling at them when they're doing a practice match against Date Tech, which I was
Fuck the
so happy to
seniors.
see Date Tech
Mm-hmm.
without the possibility of hearing the damn chant. And then it happens. It fucking happens.
And then the third year
Freaking
show up and
seniors
start doing
show
it.
up. Go, go, let's go, let's go. No! It was out of my head.
Dante go.
God.
Senioritis, man. They're just chasing the volleyball team. I think it's
Oh, it
kind
was
of.
so
I
annoying.
think it's both adorable, but also really annoying that they and they're just following the team around as if they have nowhere else to be. So we anointed the new king of the court with a towel.
Yep. Which was so hilarious because the towel had like a cute dog on it. You only got to see it for a second, but while it was there, it was really funny.
I also like the whole thing where everybody's like trying to confront Kageyama about it, and Hinata's just like, "So what? Like, if he tries to tell me what to do and I don't agree with it, I'm just gonna ignore him. Who cares?" And I'm like,
And then everyone's like, you know what? That makes sense. We should all do that. Why didn't we think about that? Fuck.
but also at the same time, there's certain things that happen during the practice matches that kind of sort of leveled people up. Like when Hinata's like, "But I thought you were jumping higher at the practice matches with the camp." And then Kageyama's like, "Oh, you can jump higher?
Oh, you can jump higher.
Okay, reach for this
Oh,
ball."
okay.
And then he finally does it, and he's hitting it over Dateiko's block. And he's like,
Yep.
"Ah, so you can fly." And I'm like, "You motherfucker, smug little prick."
To be fair, freaking Suki,
Suki.
he is it Suki?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah.
You're good.
But he's trying to take it too easy sometimes. It's like, hey, fucking attack.
I also love how the entire team kind of got on Suki's back on his case for one time. It's so funny because like Hinata calls him out, and then everybody else is calling him out. And I was like, "Wow, dogpiling Suki, that's great."
Oh, because damn it, he deserves it sometimes, the fucking asshole.
Like when Hinata saying that you're
He's had
behaving
something smug
immature.
to say. Oh yeah, he's had something smug to say about every single one of them. So
Oh yeah. Which is it's bad when he does it to the team, but when he does it to the opponent team, oh, it's so good. It's
oh
so
yes,
my favorite.
it's wonderful.
The one where he's like the guest monster. He pisses me off. Thank you.
You piss me off so much. Oh,
Oh,
thank
thank
you.
you.
You're not supposed to. That wasn't a compliment. Oh
So we
man,
get there, and then
and then
the tournament.
oh yes, the tournament starts. Was it at the tournament or at the practice game where Kageyama did something and everyone sounded like they were, cheering him on and being like, "Oh yeah," but they're all saying insults.
I think that was the practice before the tournament. Also,
Yeah.
they made him a best of video for
Yeah,
everybody.
yeah, that was really adorable, and
Yeah,
I wish they actually had
show
like
more of
made
it.
that a real video and put it on YouTube or something.
I'm
Or
gonna
did
tell
they?
you right now. Read the manga. Read the manga. It's up on Shonen Jump. You could probably read it. I think it's probably on Jump Plus.
Okay.
You know where we read the Oshinoko.
Oshinoko, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It may be on there. I'm not 100% sure, but if it is, you can read it there. And they do show some more individualist stuff. And like I said during the stream, the background music in the manga is actually for the video. They actually state it's Eye of the Tiger, but everybody has their own individual song. So Eye of the Tiger only plays for Noya.
Huh.
Yeah, everybody has like their own individual one, and it's not one tablet. He hands out a tablet for everybody because they have their own individual video. And Asahi
Nice.
watches his like fucking 4 or 5 times. He's like, it's so cool. Like, dude, it worked the
great.
easiest on Asahi, and I love that. And then we get into the tournament proper and face our first team in a new court.
Yes. Which was very interesting because it's not made out of wood. I don't know what it's made out of, but they literally made a point of like, okay, this floor is a bit rougher, so go work up a good sweat. So if you fall, you'll actually slide a bit easier.
I think it is, if I remember right, it is some sort of acrylic layer on top of the wood or something.
Probably.
Yeah.
Um,
So
either
that
way,
if you fall,
they
you don't catch splinters or something. I don't know.
maybe I don't fucking
Yeah,
know.
I have no. It could be a safety thing, so that it maybe it dampens the impact, or keeps you from getting splinters. It could be all sorts of things.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're up to 10 and 11 and 12, so I'm going to scroll up a little bit. There we go.
Yep. So yeah, 10, 11, and 12. Everything's getting started. Um, 10 didn't even really have any much or any volleyball in it at all. It was just
Mm.
kind of build up to it, which was kind of needed. We got to see them, go into Japan. They actually got to see the actual, what was it? Sky Tree?
Yeah, the
sort-
Tokyo Tower.
Yeah, the Tokyo Tower. I love how
Well,
like they first go to Tokyo to face off like Tokyo, just the prefecture, just to face off against whatever it's called. Nekoma in practice stuff, and they see just a regular radio or antenna tower as just like, is that the Tokyo Tower?
oh, they went to the Tokyo prefecture. So yeah, they went to a separate prefecture. Yeah,
Mhm.
for those practice matches. They were
Yep.
held in different.
And then they got to go to
prefectures.
Tokyo proper, the city, and now
Ah,
they're seeing the actual one.
the Sky Tree.
And they're like,
Yeah.
holy shit.
An episode.
Oh,
I think episode 10 kind of ends with the beginning of the match, and then 11.
but episode 10 was where, we went to
predominantly
the
the match.
bathroom, or not bathroom. We went into the hotel. Bathroom did
Mhm.
happen. We'll get to that later. We went to the hotel. Everyone got to see their little tablets and stuff. Got to chill out. We had a lovely little
wanted to go for a
scene.
run.
Oh, yeah, which was funny. And they dragged Tsukishima in it. And so he just rides on a bike following them.
And he's like,
Probably
when I
just
say
to
we're
provide
done,
light.
we're done. I'll leave you.
And it's like, you'll be so lost you won't know how to get back.
Well, good luck with tomorrow's match, fucker.
But we have a wonderful scene with the manager and the other girl who's gonna be a manager eventually.
Oh,
Um,
Nachi.
yeah, yeah, and
Mm.
it's really cute. We get some backstory on manager chick.
We
I
got some
still
bath
can't remember
time
her
with the
fucking name.
girls.
That too, which not very gratuitous, but they showed some curves, and boy,
Also, I
let me tell
love
you,
the
some
fact that they
curves.
make you there's a moment where they make you think you're gonna see something, and it just turns out to be Hinata's butt.
You you don't even get. Oh wait, Hinata.
Hinata, yeah, Hinata's butt. There's a cheek moment from Hinata. It's just like, really?
I don't even remember that.
Maybe. Oh God, maybe it's tomorrow's. Well, I say tomorrow. Maybe it's day 2. I thought it was this part. I can't remember. It kind of all blends together because it's all like within the.
Yeah.
Okay, so this season and the 2 movies all happen in the span of 3 days.
Jesus.
Yeah. Well, the tournament stuff, all the tournament
Yeah, yeah.
stuff that just started in this season and the 2 movies, that's 3 days. That's literally
I know,
all it
but that's
is.
still like that's a fucking
Yeah,
oh,
it's
it's a
crazy.
lot.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, in that little backstory thing, we get to hear that our
She used to
lovely
run
manager,
track.
3rd year, yeah, she was in track. She did hurdles and stuff. But
Kyoko.
Kyoko, that's it. Something happened, and she got hurt. She's got scars on one or both of her legs, and so she hides them.
That's okay.
And yeah,
Ryu will
poor thing.
kiss them all better.
Absolutely. Although now Ryu has another person
Mm-hmm.
that he might
A
actually
childhood.
be falling
Enter
for.
the childhood
Childhood friend.
friend. Dun dun
Absolutely.
dun.
Which we get to meet
Who
that
is
one as well. I
tall?
believe it's the same episode. Yes, she is very tall.
And she grew
And
in more
she
ways
grew
than one.
quite a lot, you might
Yes.
say.
Top and bottom.
Oh my.
I
But
love how he just talks to her like normal, and then he realizes, oh
yeah,
shit.
he said it's like, "Oh man, you've gotten so huge."
It's like, oh no, it's
Oh.
you've always been so titties,
Essentially.
titties. Yeah,
That's not what he said, but that's what the eyes said.
that's what the eyes were screaming. They were screaming titties,
Titties.
titties. Also, I love how we get introduced to her because Noya almost goes face first right into the cleavage.
Yep. At that moment too, he's like,
The
"Could
lucky
this be?
perv
Is
incident.
this the moment? The lucky perv?" Yes. Thank you, gods. I caught you. You okay there, buddy? You almost fell there. I'm
Noya's just sitting there thinking, "Pick me up and cradle me."
fine. Absolutely. Uh, but
All right.
then apparently, yeah, this girl is also from Miyagi Prefecture. She goes to a different school, but she is
Yep.
also on a volleyball team. She's on the women's volleyball team
Yep.
for that school she's with. Um, and their tournament is going to start on the next episode. They only
Mm-hmm.
had warm ups and stuff on this episode, so we'll see how that goes. But the 12th episode ended with
Oh
a
no
very
no,
funny scene.
we're not
Hmm?
on 12 yet. We're not on 12 yet.
All right, fine. We'll get there. But episode 10, that was it. It's mostly build up, mostly talking about,
Mm-hmm.
okay, we're gonna get this fight. We got to have a wonderful little moment of everyone's reaction to walking in and being introduced to
Oh, and they
the
forgot the
crowd and
shoes.
everything. Oh yeah, the shoes. That's what the whole point of the
Track was.
manager being a track star thing is, because uh Hinata had set his bag down and a kid walked off with that bag thinking it was their bag,
Yeah,
and
because
it
they had the
had his
exact same.
shoes. Yep,
His
they had the exact same
volleyball
bag.
shoes. Thankfully, also his cell phone.
Yes. So they were able to call it. Kid's mom picked up and it's like, "Oh, hello." It's like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
So the manager, they couldn't use the van because it had to be used to go pick up someone else. I don't remember. But manager is sitting there. It's like, "I can run and go get it. It's not too far. I'll be okay." And they're like, "Are you sure?" The other girl is sitting there. It's like, "I could come with you." Manager's
Nachi,
like,
yeah.
"Mm-mm. I got the stamina. I got the speed. I got this." And so she runs. She runs. She takes the bus there, but the bus leaves before she could get on it to go back. So she had to run the whole way back.
Mm-hmm.
But she made it just enough time. Unfortunately, Hinata wasn't able to warm up with everyone else because as they were doing the warm ups, he didn't have his shoes. He was literally barefoot out there.
Yeah.
Um, But she gets there just in time before the game starts. She's able to throw the bag out, and I had a slight panic attack moment because what they showed was the bag was flying over a camera, and I'm sitting there like, please do not hit the fucking camera. Oh my god.
But yeah,
It
for
didn't.
this first match, Yachi got to be the manager on the bench with them. So this was a
Mm-hmm.
first time for her. She got to be the one on the bench.
And not there wasn't much that was brought out about that though, but that
Mhm.
might come up later.
Maybe. Who
But
knows?
we'll see. But so yeah, they finally got Hinata his fucking shoes, and
The
that
match
was
begins.
oh yeah, that's where everything started. And so going into episode 11, things are a little tough because obviously this is a new playing space for them. They're used to being in gyms and such, school gyms, where it's just big enough to fit maybe four courts, or no, maybe two or three courts. But this one has four courts with plenty of space and so many more people. And also, the roof is huge. You might not think that means anything, but it actually means a lot here. And they showed it in a couple ways. So, firstly, there's the lights. The lights here are all brighter and all over the place. You could look up in the wrong spot and you'll just be blinded. And if the ball gets in the right spot, you'll have a hard time seeing it. And then just the size of the roof itself, you could end up just unfocusing on the ball and just be like, "Oh fuck, this place is huge." Which that might just be me being ADHD. But then again, I think like two or three of the players just on Kurasuno have ADHD, but that's neither here nor there. Um, the other thing is how high the ball can go. In this first match, I don't remember if this happens in episode 11 or 12. These really mesh together. They have a player who serves underhanded. This whole time, ever since season one, we've only seen people serve overhanded. So when this guy serves underhanded, it's like, oh shit, that's a thing that can happen in this. I forgot. Because usually it's only used in like beach volleyball settings because there's plenty of space. You're not going to hit the roof. So with this dome being so massive in this gymnasium or stadium, whatever you want to call it, he hits the ball. It goes really high and it throws them off. The other team's actually able to get in a few points just because the ball is going so high, and they're having to judge distance more so in a vertical space than they are in a horizontal space. And it just kind of changes the game up a bit. They are able to get a hang of it after a while, and they are able to successfully win. But it did come with some trials. Um, Anything else major happen here? The other team they were facing, they were also really good. There's like nothing to show that they were bad in any way, and they were definitely putting up a good fight. So that was nice at least, because I'm sitting here thinking, it's like first game of anything, probably push over in one episode. But no, it was actually a decent fight, and having that little trick of hitting the ball up so high was pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
And then
Other
on
than
to the
that,
last episode.
yeah. On the last episode, it was mostly just the fight back and forth for a good portion of the episode. I think about half, maybe a little less of the episode. But of course, Karasuno won. You know,
I think the final
actually,
episode was the Bokuto show, and then
yeah,
also the meeting the
and
new little giant.
exactly, we got to see how the other teams fare. The other teams we've been catching up with, Bokuto and whatever fuck his school was, and Nekoman, how they're doing.
Fukuro
Um,
Dani.
Yeah, Fukurodani, that's it.
Yeah,
So
owl.
Fukurodani, Bokuto specifically is having a problem because he wanted to be in the big stadium, but they're in the small one because they needed the space. God, he's such a child, but it affects him, so he's not playing his best. Um, but of course, his team already knows about this. His team is still really good. They're still doing fine without him, but they know they need him to kind of help keep a strong lead and everything. So eventually they're just having to play around him, and eventually he starts, brightening up a little bit, seeing everyone doing so well. And just before this, Hinata and I forgot the other guy's name, the dude who does the jump float. Um,
Yamaguchi.
yeah, Yamaguchi. Hinata and Yamaguchi go to the souvenir store to get a T-shirt. It's specifically the T-shirt that Bokuto wore when they went to the practice or training camp in Tokyo. That was back in season 2.
The Way of the Ace.
Yep, the Way of the Ace was the
Mm-hmm.
specific shirt. So Hinata got it, and then they went to go see how Bokuto was doing. So they get there, and at this point, the captain of
Akashi.
the Fukudani, what?
Akashi.
Yeah, Akashi.
The only
He's
reason I
having
remember
this.
that is because I'm just remembering this guy. Akashi! Too late! Like, all the times that Bokuto has screamed, Akashi! And I'm like, I'm never going to forget it now. Yeah.
Fair enough. I haven't caught that, but no. But yeah, Akashi's talking to Bokuto, trying to hype him back up because he sees Bokuto's getting a little fidgety. He wants to get back in the game, and so it's like, we might not be in the bigger stadium, but in that stadium, you've only really got a quarter of the people watching you. In this stadium, all eyes are on you. Peanut gallery in the background. Even though that doesn't really
Same
change
number.
anything because it's about the same number, but
Shut up! He's trying to hype up his mans!
exactly. And it's like, uh, I forgot some of the other stuff, but then it's like, plus your students here. He points off to the side. Hinata's over there holding the shirt up, and Bokuto's like, a new fervor. I must show off for my student. I must show off for these people. Of course they win. And Bokuto's hitting, just going all out now. He's so happy. Um. So yeah, they win, and then we catch up a little more on Nekoma, and Nekoma is just wiping the floor with whatever the hell school they were going against. Those guys were trying. They were really trying. Give them that at least. But Nekoma's sitting there. Oof. Just big oof. Uh, but yeah, of course, Nekoma wins. We get to see that. And then Hinata and everyone, the Kurasuno, they go back to the inn.
Nope.
And
Nope. We watched The
no?
Little Giant.
Oh, yeah. Hinata's going back to get his stuff. And then he runs into the little giant, also getting his shirt. He was getting a very different shirt, though, because it was funny, which
Grit
was weird.
or something.
Something about like laugh at the grit until you fall on the grit or some shit like that. I don't fucking know. But it was kind of stupid.
It was so
But yeah,
funny because like you went back to pause so you could specifically read what the shirt says, and now you're like, I don't remember what it says.
that's because it wasn't worth it. I'm like, oh, does it say something funny or interesting? And then I'm like, oh, okay. But yeah, Hinata runs into him. I don't know his name. He's just got weird eyes. Fuck. Um, but the first
Maybe
thing that
later
happens
you'll
is
remember.
staring
Who knows?
contest
Yeah,
because they
I love
locked
that.
eyes, and then it's like, I can't turn away. I can't be the first to look away. I can't be the first to look away. And then Kageyama says, "Oh hey guy," and dude's like, "Oh what's up?" It's like, aha, he won that one. They talk
And
a little
Hinata
bit, and
lied
then it's
about
like,
his height.
yep, he added 1 centimeter as if that was gonna change a
Yeah.
fucking thing. Poor guy. Um, but yeah, they're like, Kageyama, you know this guy? Is like, oh yeah, he was at the All Japan thing, and they're like, oh fuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have a little bit of a back and forth. Hinata's like, or no, the what's his face, weird eyes. He's asked Hinata's like, how tall are you? Or yeah, I'm however much height. How tall are you? I'm 135,
165.
65. My bad.
Yeah.
165. It's like, oh, okay. And then
Like,
there was
how
one
high
other
is his
question
jump?
I forgot. And
How high
then
is his
yeah,
jump?
how high do you jump? It's like 333. The other guy doesn't respond with how high he jumps. He just says, I win there.
Yeah. To be fair, Hinata's not even jumping his full height yet because
Yet.
we
Yeah.
discussed that. It was like, no, you could totally jump higher, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what it changes.
He almost had a moment where he got to practice it, but
Yep.
then the captain yelled at them and said, "Go the fuck home and rest." Yeah. Hinata watches the other guy's game because he wants to At first, he's watching from like up where everyone else is, but then he's like,
Keeping
"No,
the
I gotta get a
bleachers,
closer
yeah.
look at it." So he goes down, and he's right next, like he's next to the court and seeing it
Courtside.
all. Yep, and he plays a really good game. Weird Eyes. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna call him Weird Eyes. But tell me that does not describe him. I know that could describe a lot of others, but him specifically.
Don't make fun of his little seagull school.
School?
Yeah, they're the seagull. Their mascot is the seagull.
I'm not making fun of the school. I'm just making fun of his
A
fucking
lot of
eyes.
a lot of the character designs are based on what their school mascot is.
I've noticed because you got Owl Guy for the owls.
Yeah.
I don't know who's the cat and the Nekoma,
Oh, it's
but
totally Kenma.
fair. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Hinata's the crow.
It says
Mm-hmm.
but he's orange.
My dude, they wear black most of the time.
Yeah, but his hair is orange.
And
Fair.
when he gets serious and they do those close-up shots with his face and the eye and everything, like Hinata has had the most crow-esque art about him.
You can fly. You can fight. You can crow.
Not that kind of crow, but okay.
Anyways,
Also, I don't want to do
there
that
you
right
go.
into the mic. All right. Anyway.
No, that's fair. That's fair. I
Mhm.
thought about doing it, but then I was like, don't.
Also, if you've got
um,
other people around you who are trying to sleep, probably best not to do that really loudly.
they quite literally have earplugs, and they have told me this much, and that they already wear to sleep. So it's like,
Okay. Anyhow.
yeah. Um, but yeah, watches the match. Fucking call him Seagull Eyes then.
Okay.
Seagull Eyes is of course doing really well. He jumps really fucking high and hits the ball
Mm-hmm.
really fucking hard. He is
The
literally
one man
called
show.
the Little Giant
Mm-hmm.
by the announcers.
Yeah.
And the third years are sitting there like, oh, this might be really tough on him. Oh, I hope he's not going to be discouraged by this. And then later, Hinata's like comes back and he's sitting there like, I really want to go up against him. This is gonna
It's
be
like I'm
fun.
so glad I came here because he's great reference is kind of the vibe. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah. Um, we also get a funny little interaction where Seagull Eyes is sitting there. He apparently does not like being interviewed, but then a
Well,
reporter
no,
after the game
he
comes
doesn't
up.
like being. It's not necessarily interviews. He doesn't not like when people use the term when people point out his height.
So it's both
Mm-hmm.
because there was a line that, or there was a thing saying that he wasn't in any magazines because he doesn't like interviews,
Because they bring that up.
probably.
Yeah.
But either way, it was still stated he doesn't like interviews. So, um, but yeah, the reporter comes up. First thing she says is like, "Wow, you're so amazing. How does it feel going up against all these people with your height?" And he, of course, gets upset by this and is
Mm-hmm.
all like, "Are you only watching me because I'm small?"
Yes.
And he gets a little all defensive. Then one of the other guys has to come in and it's like, "Hey, so she's just trying to pay you a compliment, my guy."
Yeah.
he
Stop being a
he's like,
douche.
"Oh."
Anyway.
Yeah, and he is immediately just like, "Oh." Uh, but yeah. And I think because Hinata was there to hear that, and I think hearing that also helped him feel just like a little bit better, not only about, where he's at, but about the opponent because, you know, he's not a dick about it, per se.
Gotcha.
So I don't know if they talked at all. It looked like they could have said something to each other, but
I think he just
they didn't show
bowed
it.
to him. Like,
He definitely did bow, but
yeah.
there was also like another interaction that was kind of shown, but I don't know what it was.
All right.
Because it was either way. But yeah, we finally go back to the hotel room, um, and the girls that or the girl that Ryu is friends with, their team is staying in the nicer hotel that's literally right next door to
Of
the
course.
little
Yeah.
inn that they're in. Um, and then specifically the girl that Rio knows walks over and it's like, "Oh hey Rio, uh, I heard you won your match," and he's like, "Yeah." We're going up tomorrow, so hopefully we'll win ours too. And he's like, yeah.
I love
So
that he's just at one word answers and it's all the same.
it's so funny. It's
Yeah.
like, so good luck to both of us tomorrow. Yeah. She walks away, and then one of the other guys who comes up, and it's just like, "All right, I can't believe I'm saying this, but you actually have a chance with that one." Oh, and he's just
Okay.
tears. It's like,
Well,
I have a chance.
we gotta get down to the end of this. So, first half of season 4 of Haikyuu. On your 5-star or 5.5 or the half-star thing,
Yeah, yeah,
what
yeah.
is your rating for this?
For this first half, with everything that happened, honestly, I'm gonna give it a 4.5.
Okay.
A lot of really good stuff is happening here, but it's not quite as hype, you know?
As season two's first half was. Gotcha.
Yeah, as seasons two's first half, but also just like, eh. I also know more is going to start happening as we get further into season 3. So I mean
Uh,
season 4. So I'm like,
yes. Alrighty. That being said, guys, we will catch you next week at 6 p.m. Eastern Time over on our Twitch channel. Link in the description if you want to come and check it out. It is on Wednesdays. We will see you guys later. Hey, bye, Moon.
bye.